Okay, so that in the last video had tried to touch on the two extremes of, I guess, so a universe with no change, and then a universe with extreme change, where everything changed. Um, Now this video would be about the idea that um, the two sides of the coin idea. So I like to look at the world with humans and then without humans, or an idea with humans and without humans. That's an easy one. It's kind of a fun one, and it kind of isolates this to like, is this a human idea or just a universal idea? So I touched on it in the last one as well, but I'll go into it a little bit more. So we have the one side of the coin, let's say with humans, heads, of course, and uh, and does time exist with humans? Well, yes, we have our watches and our clocks and our calendars, and we have our internal clocks where like we a lot of people can kind of feel what time of day it is despite not knowing the time through any like mechanical method. Um, so, uh, of course, if you're in like a dark room, this would get thrown off. But anyways, That's a digression. So the world with humans, is there time? Yes, of course. And time in the world of humans existed before the watch, before the sundial, before any of that. When the first human ever existed, the concept of time had in some way been constructed or observed, at least observed. Um, Now, for the other side of the coin, let's get rid of humans. And in fact, let's get rid of all living things: trees, plants, algae, fungi, and then, of course, your animals and etc. etc. Humans, all of it gone. Just uh, rocks and minerals um, and yeah, all of that inanimate, non-living things that don't need water. Let's get rid of water too. No water, nothing. No, no, yeah. So we've got no living things, no water. We just got rock and various types of minerals and crystals. And does time still exist for them? Well, you could argue no, because they don't observe that time is passing per se, but they will become weathered. They There may be magma that comes up from underground. That's a change. You have weathering from like wind erosions and dust erosion, and you have the creation of more and less dust. For example, on the moon, the moon doesn't have an atmosphere, but if it did have any sort of atmosphere, then it would create a wind, and then that wind would blow dust around, and then that would change things. Um, Now let's go to the moon. Let's say, are we on the moon? There's no atmosphere. The dust. Let's say the dust sits forever and ever in one place, never changes. If there's no change on the moon, then does that dust then not experience time? Well, no, because something else from outer space, like a rock, could strike the moon. The sun will still touch the moon for a period of time, and warm up one side of it. The other side of the moon will be cold, and then if the moon cycled around this barren example of Earth to the far side, then away from the sun, then the entire moon would become cold again. And so you have the moon's temperature is changing. So despite no atmosphere, no change in dust movement, you can still have a change in temperature and radiation. You could have a rock hit the moon, etc. So things still change without anything being alive, which means humans and etc. Living things aren't the things that create time. We simply observe it.